You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
Let me walk you through what this upcoming UK budget could mean for Scotland, because it's shaping up to be a major moment, not just for Westminster but for Holyrood too. This is especially important because it lays the groundwork for the financial backdrop to the 2026 Scottish election campaign. And right now, a lot of eyes are on Chancellor Rachel Reeves as she prepares to deliver a budget that many expect will be both politically sensitive and financially tough. At the heart of it, the UK government is dealing with a multi-billion-pound gap in public finances. The economy hasn't performed the way Reeves hoped, and even though she has backed away from major cuts, partly after pushback from her own MPs, she still has to find the money somewhere. That's why there has been a lot of speculation around tax rises. Reeves has already ruled out big spending cuts and doesn't want to borrow heavily, since that could rattle the markets and add to the UK's already large debt bills. One big area being discussed is income tax thresholds. Instead of raising rates, the government may freeze the points at which different income tax bands kick in. This creates what's often called fiscal drag. More people end up paying more tax as wages rise. Now, here's where Scotland becomes part of the story. Thresholds for Scottish tax bands are devolved, but the personal allowance, the amount you can earn tax-free, is not. If the UK freezes that allowance, Scots feel the effect directly, and on top of that, such a move could reduce the block grant Scotland receives through the Barnett formula, forcing Scottish ministers to decide whether to mirror the freeze or absorb the financial hit. Welfare is another area where decisions in London ripple north. It's widely expected that Reeves is preparing to scrap the two-child benefit cap across the UK. Scotland has already planned to effectively remove that cap on its own from April 2026. But if Westminster does it too, around £155 million that Scotland had earmarked for this policy could suddenly be freed up for other anti-poverty measures. First Minister John Swinney has already hinted he'd still direct that money toward tackling child poverty, though the exact shape of that support isn't clear yet. Energy costs are also a big theme. Reeves is under pressure to act, and Scottish Labour leader Anas Sarwar has made it clear he expects a UK-wide package aimed at cutting bills. That matters a lot in Scotland, where high energy costs are still squeezing households. There's also the ongoing debate around the Energy Profits Levy, the windfall tax on oil and gas producers. With the industry heavily based in the northeast of Scotland, any change to that levy would have a major local impact. And then, there's targeted investment. Funding for the Grangemouth area, where the refinery closed earlier this year, with around 400 job losses, is expected to appear in the budget. The UK government has hinted that roughly £14 million could be set aside, building on an unspent £200 million already available for redevelopment, provided a suitable private partner can be found. Scotland's Finance Secretary Shona Robeson has warned that Scotland must not be treated as an afterthought, especially since she says Westminster has not engaged with Holyrood in advance of the budget. Her concern is simple. Most of Scotland's budget depends on decisions made in London. If UK ministers invest in devolved areas like health and social care, Scotland benefits. If they cut, Scotland feels the squeeze. So as Wednesday approaches, there's a lot at stake for households, for devolved services, and for the political dynamics leading into 2026. Reeves can't afford missteps, and Holyrood will be watching very closely. Stay subscribed for more videos.